What you watching?
Oh, I'm watching Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana podcast, as you should, on YouTube. Wow. My friend, Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana podcast on YouTube, the best. Check it out.
Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana podcast. Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana podcast.
Hey, I want a shirt, I want a shirt, look. La camisa está linda, loco. La camisita está linda. Beautiful shirt.
Motherhood, sex, marijuana in the motherfucking building. Yes. But of course, I storm in the building. What's good with you? Waiting for Ruby the doll. Yes, indeed. A legendary episode about to get recorded. Let me get my L's. Stay behind me. You know what I'm saying? As we wait for Ruby doll. How you doing? Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you spread the word, tell a friend. Make sure you buy a Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana rolling paper or our t-shirts. But then again, it's getting to winter time. But then again, you could wear t-shirts in the house. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, get up on these rolling papers. Yes, indeed. Get up on these rolling papers. Yes, I got them right here in my pocket, just ready to go. As we waiting for Ruby Doll to chime on in. Let me go ahead and get my L's. It's the S3. You ready? Ooh, Lord. But yes, all is well on this side of the town. We're definitely trying to do our best. Oh, she can't find the link. Okay, so here I go hitting her up with the link. But ooh, child, fuck around. I probably didn't even send it. I be doing fuck shit like that. No, for real. I'll set it up. Oh, here we go. Okay, hold up. Oh, okay, okay. Listen. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, this is so silly. This is so silly. I can't. Wait. Okay. Okay. Hold up. Now we got a problem. Um, cause fuck around, I didn't even send it. Oh my God, this is so. Okay, hold up. Okay. Let me get it. Damn it. Shit. All right. But why won't it just open so? No. Leave meeting. What the fuck are you doing? Like, oh my God, this is so stupid. Okay. This is so stupid. Like, I'm trying to. Oh, this is so fucking dumb. All right, let me see something. Participants. Invite. Oh my God, this is so fucking stupid. Copy invitation. Copy invitation. I'm gonna just tell how. Oh man, this is clearly the technical difficulty. Oh my God. This is clearly the technical difficulty because that makes silly ass that I am. Fuck around, that's what happened. I didn't fucking send it to her. You know what I'm saying? Which is that's usually what I do. Okay. Okay. Gmail. Give me a second, people, and I promise you. Well, I ain't gonna promise you I could cut this part out because real talk. What the fuck is the delay? So, real talk. I got this new program that that I have to use in order to edit videos and to put them together, and I still haven't figured out how to cut out the unnecessary parts of videos as of yet. So in our videos, we definitely have a bit of extra in the front. Well, at least the last couple of videos we've done, we've had some extra information in the front because, bitch, the Microsoft changed the fucking video editor into some kind of MailChimp, champ, some shit. And baby, I'm still trying to figure it the fuck out. Like, I'm still trying to figure it the fuck out. Yes, if you wasn't aware, all of Motherhood Sex Marijuana videos are edited by me. And baby, when the switch up, I thought it was just my computer, but then I went to other people's computers and realized that all Microsoft, this Microsoft new shit is the new shit. And bitch, it ain't really that easy to use. And like, I've had a great bit of difficulty to the point where it's just like, fuck it, people just gonna get the extra. People just gonna have to get the motherfucking extra, because at the end of the day, I can't cut the shit off because I'm having problems cutting this shit down. So here we are. If anybody has any advice, though, I mean, maybe, but then again, there might be people out there that's actually paying for some kind of editing kind of thing on their computer and shit. And I just ain't, I ain't there yet. So yeah, let's let Ruby in the room and get this show started. Okay. Yes, Ruby, let's get it on. Yes, Queen, what's good? How you doing, beautiful?
Hello, Queen.
How
Aloha.
you doing?
I'm feeling okay. I appreciate your patience with me, your ever graciousness.
Oh, of course. The technical difficulties have to follow us everywhere we go. So that's how that should go. But, as always, we're going to get together and, chop it up and give everybody a legendary show as they should deserve and expect of us. You know what I'm saying? So on that note, let's get together and say Motherhood, sex, marijuana in the motherfucking building. Yes.
So much. What's up, Queen?
What's good with you? How is things going on with you? Because of course, this is the episode where we just catching up, chit chatting. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Girl talk, weed talk. Motherhood talk. Fuck it. That's we need time to do that. So you know what I'm saying. Anything going on with you that you know what I'm saying you want to chit chat about?
Yeah, I have some updates for you guys. I do want to welcome my queen and my sister. She's with us today. She's going to remain anonymous other than her voice. And so I'm going to be asking her some questions, or feel free to as well.
Oh, okay.
But why not? Let's add some spice up in here. As far as anything to report this week, I feel like I just want to say I'm really grateful because I've been like shown really like humbling moments because
Mhm.
I've been getting moted a lot. So moted meaning some people don't know what moted is, but it's a
Right, me
term
neither.
like shamed, you know what I mean? It's a
Oh,
90s term, like, oh, you got moted or you got shamed, you know? And so I think so I'm trying to at work particularly not talk too much, right?
mm,
And so I know that that defeats the purpose being on this podcast. So I will be a chatty Cathy, but I feel like experiencing a lot of silence as much as I can throughout the week has helped me a lot.
oh, okay. Sorry to hear about, getting, because as far as like, getting, feeling some type of way at these plantations, I personally have had my, my feelings on on plantations, period. That is one of the reasons why I call them plantations, because at the end of the day, you're going there, you're working at a company that has no real purpose to you other than give you a paycheck, you know what I mean? And at the same time, the organization expects so much of you, and at times, you're the organization that you're involved in, doesn't really give a fuck about you, will replace you in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying? Janet could come and take your spot, and they'll be talking about you when you gone. And you're like, you never gave a fuck, like nobody never gave a fuck about you. So you know what I mean? So taking them taking them serious has always been my, I've had a level of taking them serious. Yeah, I take you serious depending on how you fucking treat me, depending on what kind of energy you giving me and the energy I need in the paycheck. Because I've been at places where, the energy is just they make it clear that's all about their agenda, them making money. They don't give a fuck how, your life is affected. They just give a fuck that you put in, you put in the extra, the cotton picking hours to satisfy their quota. You know what I mean? So
You know,
anything that we do as creatives outside of the plantation is really where your worth is really valued, because I've always felt like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what we do as a creative, that's where we're actually valued. You know what I mean? So anything outside of that, we, you know what I mean? When it's just something that we got to go to in order to make money, we don't give a fuck about that shit. And we should train it to never to never give a fuck about us. You know what I mean? We already know it don't give a fuck about us. So
that's like that is a reality of that could be a general reality. However, I feel like it's really dope that, let's say you love ice cream, right? And you happen to be at a place that manufactures it or even serves it up to where you can give customers that, one-on-one, this is why I like this ice cream type of thing. I think that when you at anything you do, you're lucky to have that, right? And
right.
the people actually at my 9 to 5 are actually some of the nicest people I've ever met, which is why I told them, I said, I would actually work here for free. But it's more like just the outside world because I have a job in which I interact with people on the regular, you know. One of my favorite things to do is to be a server. I love server jobs. Why? Not only do you get tips, generally, you can get quick money. You can there's food involved, which is important. There's different perks that I like. And I like that you can see a product through like A to Z, and you have the chance to really make somebody's day, because it is a privilege to be in a position to be served, right? And people don't understand that all the time. And I think that one of the worst things you could be is like rude to a server or somebody in the public service, someone that maybe picks up your trash. I think that's really fucked up when people do that. And I think the reason why it is because it's like a superiority thing, right?
Right.
So anywho, I just say all that to say is that my experience was not with my employers or a negative thing like that per se. It's just like there's little things that kind of like checked me throughout the week. Like, oh, you may think that you're such a patient person, but the other day somebody almost they weren't looking, they were driving their car and they all they didn't stop at the stop sign, and my son being very hyperactive and I have me having groceries, my impulse was to cuss her out. To my dismay, she was an older woman. And I felt disgusted with myself because it's like, dude, she probably is confused or something. I don't know. Like, you don't want to do that either. Like stuff like that. So I think it's just like important that we just check ourselves sometimes. No, and I'm talking about myself because I really was upset that I did that on some real shit. Because if I saw somebody yelling at an older person, I'd be like, damn, what the fuck's wrong with you? You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just in a hype. I was in a chaotic moment and I was only concerned about what I was needing in that time, which was for my son not to potentially be hit by this car.
Right. Which is like I said, well, I hear what you're saying. Like, I totally hear what you're saying, but at the same time, I'm looking at also from the perspective of, yes, you didn't want this woman to hit your child, and you really don't know what's going on with her. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what she had in her mind and what she was thinking of, what she was going through that made her not stop. You know what I mean? But shit, and
she probably didn't even hear what I had to say.
That's what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, but at the same time, thinking about yourself, you like, bitch, you almost hit my motherfucking son, and I'm gonna give you this cuss out, because you know me. I even in Seattle, I think I've told you stories of when I would cuss people over, pulling out their driveway. Cause in Seattle, motherfuckers was always on the, ain't nobody walking through here. Ain't nobody walking. It's only me and my car, and this is my motherfucking road. And who the fuck else is out here? So motherfuckers just be pulling out their driveway, and then all of a sudden you tap their car like, hey, motherfucker, you see me? I'm walking over here. And then they go, oh, really? I didn't know. And that, and I always used to get on my nerves, because I'd be like, nah. When you learned how to fucking drive, you drove around fucking other cars. It wasn't like you was in the middle of the desert where no street lights, no stop signs was going. There was people. There's other people. So as soon as you got your license, you were supposed to know that other people, their boat. Therefore, you can't just pull out driveway and check nobody not walking. Nobody couldn't be passing through here. No, pay attention. The fuck? And depending on her age, I'm looking at her like, maybe you shouldn't be driving, grandma. Maybe you should be your monkey ass in an assisted ride that allows to pick up your ass from the house and take you to wherever the fuck you gotta go, because your bitch ass eyes, because let's keep it real, I'm 50 of the years of age, and my eyesight is definitely that I need stronger glasses. So if I see some old, Karen, I'm assuming it's a Karen based on, you in Portland, some old Karen, and she is driving a car and she can't see my little child that she driving, oh, she getting cussed the fuck out from top to bottom, head top to crusty pink toe, head top to crusty pink toe. She getting cussed the fuck out, and cause I'm like, nah, bitch, you got it behind the motherfucking wheel, didn't you? Oh, you got a driver's license still, right? Oh, well, then you better remember that motherfucker's You better remember that motherfucker's war. And I dare motherfucker to tell me I can't cuss her out for not almost my child. I can't cuss her out. Oh, I should feel sympathy for she life, and she life soon done. She life soon done, and you trying to crush my little child. Like, no, I don't feel for this.
Oh my gosh.
I don't feel for this, Karen. you know, the Halulu in your heart is making you feel for this Karen. The New York in me says, nah, fuck that. Nah. She deserved to get cussed the fuck out. Yes, she did. Hitting the baby.
Oh,
You
Queen,
hit the
that's
baby? Oh no, you're gonna get cussed the fuck out for trying to hit my baby. I fucking claim
hilarious.
racism. No, this old white woman saw my black child. Oh no, I'd pull out all this. No, this old Karen was attempting to hurt my child. No, she deserved that. I wasn't even there, and I'm saying what I said. She
Hey,
deserved that.
on the real, you're absolutely. Here's the thing. That's what I love about this podcast. It's all about perception,
Mhm.
perspective. It's about individual perception and your individual like values and what you think to be right. I don't think my sis is wrong at all. In fact, I was over here cracking up because in a real way, I feel that way. And
Oh
she just
yes.
has words behind it. That's the only thing. I'm just over here laughing at it, you
Oh
know?
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, and again, you know, this is just my comedic take on it, because at the
Right.
end of the day, like I said, you know for a fact in Seattle, I used to cuss people regularly for pulling out of driveways without looking. I did that shit regularly. Like, no, you're gonna see me. You're gonna see this black chocolate person behind your car, in front of your car. You gonna see me. Don't act like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
queen.
You're not gonna just be pulling out a driveway and looking this way, and my ass is over here. No, we're not doing that. Again, she could have. Again, she could have been just a confused person and was like, "Oh," and then see you, and then she was probably apologetic, but at the same time, she deserved a little bit of cuss out, just a little bit, just to let her know that next time going forward, me might want to pay attention in the road. You might want to pay attention in the road. You know what I'm saying? Just going forward, look,
Yeah.
you know, open your eyes, open your eyes. You know what I'm saying?
I agreed.
Word.
I concur completely. But yes, we've had such a good run at like the guests too. I think we have like an amazing season. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
it's just I can't even describe like how dope it's been. And also the education that we all have received, right? For the guests that have
Word.
come in, have shared their business ideas or their business, what their business that they're running, whether they've shared stories about their children, whether they've shared stories about their, under the sheets or between the sheets.
Mhm.
We just appreciate all of that because it's all so invaluable and it's what makes this thing such a success. Plus, we are amazing, aren't we? Aren't we, Queen?
Absolutely. We are amazing. And because we're amazing, we get to meet some amazing people. Like, you know, and that's when we really get to find out that, you know, people were looking for something just like this in order to sit and chill and relax and do, you know, and release. You know what I mean? Like, take for instance, our last guest, you know what I'm saying? Power in her flower, like really, you know what I mean? And the fact that, she thinks of like, she thought about our, recording, like it was almost like a therapy session. It was like, she definitely felt like, like she definitely let us know that, this was a platform that gave her a voice when she thought she didn't really have a voice, so nobody was paying attention to her voice. And it's like, we don't even know, how many people out there that listen to us, feel like that. Like, oh shit, say word. There's a place that I could fucking, you know what I'm saying? I could smoke weed, I could talk my shit and really express feelings about what the hell is going on in my head, and somebody's listening and understanding and possibly giving me some advice that I could take away afterwards. You know what I mean? Like, we provide that. We're a whole fucking service. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, and we don't even be realizing it until we get people talking to us about it. And it's like, oh shit. So, you know what I mean? So even on days where, we thinking, nobody's paying attention to us and nobody's hearing our hearing, what we got to bring to the table, real talk, there is somebody listening. There's somebody listening and paying attention and being thankful for a platform that actually, voices what they're, going through. You know what I mean? Like that shit right there is fucking invaluable. You know what I mean? That's why I was telling you, like, this ain't work. This whole podcast is not work. It's like, it's really a service to people that are just like us, that need a fucking voice to fucking, relax, relate, release. Real talk.
Absolutely.
Real talk.
And seriously, and for me as well, like there is a point in time where I was estranged from my entire family. So what did I have besides God, of course? I almost lost all, faith in my humanity. But of course, I mean, Kai's my BFF on a personal note. So of course you got those, people close to you. However, this platform really helped to save my life. And it helped to just to we give ourselves permission. It's not like, I need to give someone permission, you Kai or you or whoever's watching this. No, we give ourselves permission to express and to say when we don't feel like things are okay, because shit's not always sweet. And even such a beautiful topic as motherhood, like we talk about some shit that, some real shit, parenthood. It's not even, and I can't thank the community enough, because at this point, it's far greater than the both of us. So I want to thank anybody who's watching right now. I want to thank you for taking time and listening. And if you want to get in on the conversation, we are going to keep doing this we're going to keep doing this forever. I don't even see this ever stopping.
Absolutely.
But eventually maybe our daughters might want to take over. We don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But it's just a beautiful, like Queen said, service. It's a labor of love. It's we understand, and we practice what we preach too. So we're not over here trying to act like we're perfect or anything like that. In fact, we could give a F what people have to say. But at the same time, I do put myself out there a lot, and I do it purposely. I'm not doing it because it's just funny or because I'm trying to laugh at myself or because I'm trying to like prove something. I just want to share because I know how it feels to be lonely.
Word.
Lonely,
and then just not only lonely, but just thinking that whatever troubles or struggles are just either permanent or just one-sided, and it only is happening to you. No, it's happening to others, and what I'm saying, and we all find other ways to deal with it. You know what I mean? We all find different roads in order to get to where we need to go. You know what I mean? And it's hard. At the end of the day, shit, sometimes you fall down, sometimes you get knocked down, but the name of the game is get back up. The name of the game is to show yourself and whoever you're responsible for that, giving up is really not an option. It's all about getting up. And yeah, the milk spilled. Wipe that shit up. Look, we can go get another one. We gonna get another one, and another one is gonna come regardless. Like that's it. And we having this platform in order for people to to express themselves freely is just also, it has to be us expressing ourselves freely too, in order for other people to be listening and feel safe about it. You know what I mean? That's why in certain in certain situations where I know, we're still a come up. Like Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana is still a come up. And, as a come up, and, we connect with other come ups, and, and we see, they're, they, throw an event or, are involved in something, and, and the support of the neighborhood or whatever, the people that are around us, it doesn't come through as it should, it definitely, what I'm saying, even though it doesn't financially directly affect you, it kind of makes you say, damn, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing the same thing too. Like, I'm trying to put out something and I want people to pay attention. And even sometimes when people, look you in the face and say, yes, I'm a subscriber, and they don't hit the subscribe button, it still makes you say, damn, like, what the fuck, what I got to do? Pay you and shit? Like, this is, you know what I mean? It makes you question yourself. But, somehow, some way you got to find a way to reel it back in and get back to, I'm gonna do this no matter what, you know what I mean? The no's are gonna turn into yeses soon, and I gotta keep asking it before, you know what I mean, until the no turns to a yes. If I stop asking, I ain't gonna know when the no turned to a yes. I gotta keep fucking asking, you know what I mean? So I say all that to say this, that this is a growth in progress. And the main thing that's going to make it grow is the fact that low-key people support us. Low-key people support us. They check us out. They, you know what I'm saying? They might not hit that subscribe button, but they definitely check us out and definitely hear our message. And you know what I mean? And slowly but surely, the numbers are going to get doubled and tripled. And we just got to keep asking. Like I said, we got to keep asking. We got to make sure we keep asking until the no turn into yes. Because once it turns into yes, it's on like a motherfucking popcorn.
I heard that. And another thing we highly promote is self-love. I think in this just in this climate, I'm not even going to mention, because everybody knows has an idea of what may be going on. But I think, and even with the awareness of mental health and the importance of that, we talk a lot about that. It all boils down to self-love. Excuse me. I think maybe the more than self-love, it's like self inventory. You got to know what you're working with. I was just talking earlier to my sister, my ooh, saying, I like knowing where my dark side is. Why?
Oh, yes.
Because then I know, it's not always
your
like
limitations. Limitations.
Exactly.
How exactly the moves that are made in order to get you to that dark side. So you're able to maneuver. If you feel yourself itching that way, you're able to back that shit up.
Reel
and
it in.
Responsibility. That shit is a responsible motherfucker.
Hey, and it was a lot of trial and error. It was a lot because, I've always been a very, everything is just wonderful. Yeah, everything is just wonderful. But what are we going to do about this issue at hand? So there's a self inventory, I think, that needs to be placed. There's a self discovery, perhaps. I don't know in what order, but both of that shit needs to be. And then I think the self love comes, because once you know who you are in that sense, I feel like that. And I just hope that this helps somebody, because for a long time, I wasted a lot of time. And I'm not going to blame anybody but myself, because even on my whatever anybody did to me that may have hurt me, at the end of the day, I feel like I allowed that to happen. So when you don't give permission, when you have that self-discovery, and you can actually apply that. And I'm not trying to be a therapist. I'm just trying to share what helps with me, because you can tell, like, I love myself, right? You can tell Kai loves herself. But how does a person get there? That's a good question.
Yeah. And I think how a person gets there is definitely a lot of, taking time to, self-reflect, not only self-reflect, but to, actually be real with yourself. Like first and foremost, it definitely not gonna hurt anybody else but yourself if you yourself if you're real to yourself. You know what I mean? If you certain things happen where like with me, for instance, like I personally, when I'm searching for a job, if I have to search for a job, I do I will quickly look for a job that does not involve a whole lot of customer service contact. Like, you know what I'm saying, where I'm in, where I'm in, I'm on the phone somewhere and I'm constantly answering phones for people, or in some retail space where I gotta, be kissy assy to you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. Why? Because I know for a fact the first instance of inflection in your motherfucking voice that makes me feel disrespected, I'm chopping you at the throat. I'm not giving you a second and third chance. You know what I'm saying? I'm chopping you at the throat. And it's like, so to not even do that to myself, you know what I mean? I automatically do that. You know what I mean? If I'm in a situation where I'm looking for a job, I'm like, okay, let me look for a job where it says, there's a lot of, in emailing and just, and you're dealing with certain clients and, you're not really answering phones and shit. Yes, shit like that. But if you telling me, oh, I gotta be in a call center and I'm customer service, baby, that's not that. I'm not even gonna apply for that job. I'm not even gonna fucking apply, because at the end of the fucking day, the very second somebody gets some level of inflection, if you make the devil trick you, I'll make you go across the disrespect line. No, I'm going to spread out like a blanket on you. I'm going to unleash and then spread out like a blanket. You know what I mean? So
God bless your soul.
it's about learning yourself. It's about learning what what you can handle from what you cannot handle. And that's with everything, not just with your career, but also with love life, anything. You gotta actually feel what you what I'm saying, go and what figure out what is good for you and what's not good for you, because that's the only way you'll be happy going forward. And especially with family. Now, I was watching our episode that dropped today, and we were discussing family, and I remember, you know what I mean, I think it was because what them dudes name again, it's intellectual and no MP,
Yeah, Mr. Best and M3,
MP3. Sorry if y'all happen to catch this part.
or
The
knowledge and
clouds be
relationship.
clouding, so that's how I can't forget. Anyway, so clouds be clouding. But yes, MP3. We was talking about and we was talking about how what I'm saying, your own like what I mean, like your own family. Matter of fact, I think you said it, that your own family will walk you to hell, or buy you a ticket to hell. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even with your own
I don't
family,
think so.
I don't
I
know. I
agree.
don't remember who said it, but either way, it was like, I was just like, yo, real talk, even with your own family, you got to be, what I'm saying, you got to be careful with what you tolerate and what you won't tolerate. You know what I mean? You can't just because we blood, we going to ride or die. No, because you might be living a whole different life and shit. And in order to involve yourself with anybody, you gotta definitely know yourself, know what you won't tolerate, know what you will, and just and move with that.
Boundaries.
Don't even
Yeah.
try to bend that to please nobody. Like it has to be that way in order for you to be happy. Word.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think people that truly love you, regardless of blood relation, will want what's best for you. And so usually, like for instance, if I love somebody, I would never want to take from them. I would just want to find ways to give to them if I can.
Right.
But then if I can't feel bad. And if they're close enough to me, they know that I can't. But I think my love language too is acts of service, and more than it is gift giving anyway. And so if I and then words of affirmation. I
Word.
love telling people how I feel about them. I love you. I appreciate you. I mean that shit. I tell people all the time because life is so short and so unpredictable as to what you can. I know what it feels like to feel like everything's going great financially, and then all of a sudden it's like I'm counting pennies and nickels again.
Mm-hmm.
And I even talk about that in like one of my raps, like literally counting pennies and nickels at the corner store. And so it's like it may not seem like a big deal, but it is when that's literally all you got and you have to
Word.
get something.
Word.
You know
It
what I'm saying?
definitely
And
is a lot.
you can't necessarily steal it from that corner store because you go there every day. You know what I mean? Shit
Mm-hmm.
like that. So it's just, I don't know. I think this is really important conversations to have, you know,
Mm-hmm.
regardless of my experience being a parent that happens to be single right now. I feel such a warmth of like community around me where people like just love on my kids and really help me. You know what I mean? And namely, like, I mean, my sister's not here anymore. She's in the house, but she's like one of the main, her and her husband. So it's just like, I can't even express like how it almost feels. Sometimes I feel like, dang, I really could be doing more, you know, on some real
Mm-hmm.
shit. But it's like, okay, hold on. Let's wrap up. Let's tighten up what you have going on first.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. Definitely. I mean, the one, it's wonderful to want to, add projects, but if we haven't finished the
Girl,
projects we haven't started already,
it,
that's not
queen.
beneficial. We
Right.
definitely got to
You
see
know.
what we doing first through before we
Mm.
start something new. And
Man, shout out to Diana, man. I owe her like 5 articles. I promise I'd write and I have. And no offense, I just probably shouldn't have. And I just want to thank her just for being the badass that she is, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I've got to do and we'll see, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be about it, you know what I'm saying?
I
Y'all
mean,
gonna
at
see
the
it.
end of the day, if you really, if because I've definitely been keeping a good checkup on Miss Diana. She, you know what I mean. I don't know if you noticed, but she actually has opened like a office for the magazine. So she's opened the office, and
That's what's
apparently,
up.
it's going to be like a part dispensary as well. You know what I mean? And yeah, and
Is
of
this
course, and a lot of and she still has been putting out articles on the magazine as well. Of course, you've seen me share them a couple of times. You know what I mean? But homegirl is, I mean, she is actually very booked and busy, and I am very
ooh,
proud of her. You know what I'm saying? But yes,
that's what's
she's
up.
trying to
Oh, I
open
love that.
she definitely has started on working on getting our office for the magazine and making it into a dispensary as well. And definitely she's got to get
Love
her
that.
mail together though, because I did mail her some MSM podcast rolling papers, and for
Mhm.
whatever reason she never got them and they got sent back
Oh
to
shit.
me. So I was
Oh,
like, and I when I said it to her, she was like, "Yeah, that happens to me a lot. Like I've been like sometimes I order
mhm.
stuff and I don't get it because the fucking post office sends it back, and it's like, girl, you better get your mail shit together. We gotta figure that shit out, girl. We gotta figure
Right.
that shit out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Let's figure that shit out. But yes."
definitely.
But yes, you know what I mean. But yes, Miss Diana is very booked and busy. You know what I
Oh
mean. And
wow.
so that's honestly, I'm just like, when I look at, especially when I look at the women in in cannabis right now, the small businesses we've met, you know what I mean. It's like everybody's doing their own thing, everybody is definitely coming along, you know what I mean. And we see each other on social media, slide by a post and hit the like and whatnot. But you know what I mean, I think we definitely, just for the encouragement of our team and our not just our team, but just our community by itself. We definitely should check in with each other. Like, you know what I mean? Definitely, run through, social media and support their posts and do things like that. You know what I mean? Because I feel like, saying like, there's times that people, they post shit, they probably feel like nobody's paying attention to their posts, and you know what I mean, nobody give a fuck. So you know what I mean, and that could be a downer. You know what I mean, that could definitely be a downer. So to encourage, our fellow, social media friends, social media, connections of through marijuana, through motherhood, I definitely do my best to keep up and go through their social media, hit like on their posts and everything. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to motherfucking, oh my God, see, this is the part where it get bad because I can't remember people's names, but I'm gonna just say in general, shout out to everybody, y'all. If I hit your face with a like, you know what I mean, it's because I'm thinking about y'all, and man, I want you to make sure and think about us and tell the people, you know what I mean? And then one of the things I got to talk about too, girl, the way people react sometimes in New York City. Now I get it. I'm a New Yorker. I know how New Yorkers get down. We don't, you can't just run up on us. You can't just, you can't do that. You know what I mean? Chill out. But I have a tendency to do that, definitely, to spread the word about this podcast. How the hell else are we gonna get popular, right or wrong? You know what I mean? We gotta take advantage of some, free advertising. And sometimes, girl, this shit be funny to me when I walk up on somebody and I'm telling them, look, I'm giving you something. And literally, as soon as I walk up, I'm talking, I'm giving my speech about the rolling papers. They just looking at me like, and it's not till I say, here, I'm giving it to you for free. Check out our podcast. Then they go, oh, okay, thank you, honey. Yes. And then it's all the yes, queen. All right, have a good day, queen. And it's like all of a sudden we friends now. But at first it was the because they, you know what I'm saying? Because they, you know what I mean? Because not for nothing. The Jehovah's Witnesses, that's how they roll up on people too. They just roll up with their little magazines. You know what I mean? And some of these, sometimes
no comment.
If you around Times Square, the Buddha people that be selling you the bead bracelets, you know what I mean? That's how they run up on you. Just run up on you. So you know what I mean? New Yorkers are used to giving a stone face first until we figure out what the fuck is your angle, bitch. Why is you here? What we talking about? What? What?
Oh, the look you gave me when we first met.
And I'm just like, but you, and it's like because I first lean in with because I only roll up on people that are smoking. So I lean in and say, yeah, I see you smoking that good. And so I'm thinking in my head, they probably thinking, oh, this bitch want to pull up my shit. No. It's not till I get to the end of the speech where I say, I'm giving you this so you can check out our podcast. Then they go, oh, okay, yeah, girl, this is pretty cute. No, I like this. This is pretty cute. Oh, we got a magnet to it in the club. Okay. Oh, I can crush the weed right here. Okay, girl. Thank you, queen. Have a good day, queen. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's up. They're like, well, you should have started with that. The free part.
Yeah, I mean, New Yorkers are, they're a little, you know what I'm saying? They're a little, yeah, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we get run up on by the Jehovah's Witnesses just like that with the magazine. They come with the magazine, and then, you know what I mean? So it's like, you ain't ready to know what the fuck I'm talking about until I finish talking. I get it. I get it. Well, wait, I saw your sister joined us. Is we asking her these questions? What we asking her about? Because I want to know about her business since she don't want to be on camera.
Yeah, no problem.
About her business.
She she's we were talking motherhood earlier, and I don't know, I think long story short, she's a she's experiencing motherhood, right? And she just I see how personally she just she she like for instance, I guess what I'm gonna say about that part is like you you just you're just learning so much from that person on motherhood, even though like I'm like, let's say 2 kids deep, right? And like
Right.
I'm learning so much from what she's learning in her journey. And so I guess my my question on that is how do you deal with like doing a self inventory on yourself? And I'm sorry, we're talking about self inventory. I'm trying to give you a background as to why I'm asking you this. And then we're
Right.
talking about you have to do self inventory to have self love. And so now
Right.
that you are pretty much raising this baby, and you're finding like love within yourself, what do you do to help you on days when it's not so good?
Word.
Haven't gotten those days yet.
Okay. So
So
she's, you know,
I
she,
know for myself, just for life in general, wanting, like, say, to apply balance in my life so that that would help with any situation that I'm in, which would help her in return. So just balancing myself as a person, my life in general, you know,
helps you on
helps
those.
with whatever
Okay.
life is
Throws
throwing
at.
at me.
I like that.
All right. So I didn't get to hear too much of it, but I'm assuming she said something of the nature of, finding a way to balance everything out.
Yes.
And
That
that honestly, to be honest, it's definitely hard at, with your first. I mean, even though shit, it's been years and I'm three kids in, and they're very, grown. I mean, no, most of them are, grown up. But I'm saying is that with my first child, I still remember, having difficulty with, just, because at the first 6 months of her life, like literally her father was on some, all of this is woman's work. So you got to deal with her at every single every second of her life. You got to deal with her. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't change her diapers. Like he didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like there was like if I had to go in the shower, he would dead ass, be like, "Yo, tie me in the shower. Like you gotta get out here because you gotta deal with the baby." And it was just like, and at that time, I remember feeling like, "Yo, I can't even take a fucking shower. Like what the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? Like I need fucking 10 minutes to just fucking wash my ass and just instead of fucking somebody just, telling me I gotta rush the fucking baby. Like, nigga, you don't got 2 hands. You don't know how to fucking wipe her ass. Or you telling me you don't know how to pull out a diaper and wipe her fucking ass? Apparently that makes you gay by wiping her ass, or that makes you a woman by wiping her ass for me while I take a fucking shower. So that was that. I remember having that frustration. You know what I'm saying? I remember having that frustration. I remember, feeling like this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But then, after, the relationship ended and just, you know what I'm saying? It for a good amount of time, there was times where I would just like, it was like, okay, I really do got to time myself because when she go to sleep, I got to make sure and get in the shower and get back out so that, she don't be laying there crying and all that bullshit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But at this, but it was just the frustration of how he would make me feel about that shit was just about it, and that was just only one thing. But but it's like that whole relationship kind of, it brought a level of I can't give a fuck about myself because it's all about her. You know what I mean? But in the midst of going through that, in the midst of, learning how to be a mother for real, I actually, taught myself to give myself balance. you know what I'm saying, to, okay, you know what I mean, there's times where I already know I got to take care of her, but then I'm going to make sure to set aside a fucking time for me so I don't go fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I could, you know what I mean? And weed is part of that. Weed is definitely a part of the calm down. Let's regroup. Let's work out a plan to where she is taken care of, you are taken care of, and everybody's taken care of, and ain't nobody tripping. You know what I mean? So as a young mom, well, not even as a young mom, but as a first time mom, you know what I mean? It's important to develop that learning of self. You know what I mean? And definitely before you even push out, you know what I mean? In ideal times, you would, practice that with, like, meeting other moms that are pregnant like you and shit like that, and be able to talk about shit like that, if, you know what I'm saying, shit was like that was available, you know what I mean? And if you actually wanted to, because I also remember, a lot of times that during my first pregnancy, the main times I would feel good about my pregnancy was during my doctor visits, because the clinic that I went to literally had like a day where they just deal with pregnant moms. So all of my visits would be on the day where it wasn't just me being seen. It was a whole bunch of pregnant moms being seen. It was just all about, pregnant moms that day. So while sitting in the waiting room waiting for, doctors to call your name, you have conversations with other women. You know what I mean? And other women are, letting you know. And that's how I would learn, about, certain, even little small things. Like, I didn't even know that, right before you were about to give birth, that, the plug that's holding the baby in up there, it kind of starts, plopping down on your drawers, and you just don't know. There's all of a sudden there's this jelly on your drawers. You don't even know what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, and really in conversations with, on those pregnancy Thursdays, because I remember it was on a Thursday, and, in the waiting room with all the women, I learned about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Even when I didn't realize that at that time that, that those conversations were needed. Like I personally needed that conversation. Didn't even realize that I needed those conversations, but I did need them. Like they actually helped and educated me on my, womanhood and motherhood. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And those really was one of the main moments I could say that I felt good during that pregnancy. You know what I mean? So I get it. I definitely get what she's saying. You know what I mean? It definitely, it's hard, especially when, especially if the baby's under 6 months, to develop a system of balance so that, you're taking care of yourself and you're actually concentrating on self-care as well as the care of that baby. But
yeah, because
it's
very reactive.
You actually have to do it in order for you to be effective in your motherhood. For real.
I heard
For
that.
real.
I think on the topic of, I'm really on this journey of not having any kinds of sexual relations right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm empowered by it, I feel really empowered by it. I feel like I'm keeping a lot of my power. And again, like I said in the episode that we had prior to this one with knowledge and relationships, I feel a sense of also more of a sense of pride in myself, you know what I'm saying? And things that weren't important to me before are now very important to me, and then vice versa. And I don't know, as things are more solid in my personal life, I'll be sharing it, but I'm just really taking this time to love on myself, be in a relationship, kind of trying to like cater to myself in certain ways.
Word.
And,
As you should. Like, this
right.
is the times where, you know what I mean? Not for nothing. This is the times where you're supposed to, take yourself out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? Take yourself out to like, get, spa days, shit like that. I ain't gonna lie, I've done to take myself out to dinner plenty of times. Like for real, back in the days, I used to do that shit regularly because it's like, because not for nothing, I had, certain men that, they didn't eat what I ate. So it's like, fuck that. If I want to eat what the fuck I want to eat, bitch, I'm gonna take myself to a restaurant and pay for it, and tip and all of that. Fuck all that. What? You know what I'm saying? Cause like for instance, that this is the part I'm gonna get cussed out by husband. But like I love Red Lobster. Red Lobster is my motherfucking shit. You know what I'm saying? But your man, he don't like me eating shrimps, crabs and lobster and all that shit. As far as he concerned, I ain't supposed to be eating that. But wait a minute though. That don't stop me from liking it. I still fucking like that shit. So yes. Every now and then, I might sneak to a place that serves certain levels of seafood that he don't want me to eat that shit real quick. I'm just saying. I know I'm gonna get cussed out. I know that it's okay. But what I'm saying is, bitch, I know that made me feel good, knowing that I could walk in a place, sit down, and say, yes, bitch, bring me a menu, bitch. Whatever I pick, I can pay for. Who? Whatever the fuck I pick, I can pay for. And pick something and tell them, yes, I want a drink too. Yes, I want a drink too. And order a drink and sit there and eat your shit peacefully. And you know what I'm saying? And fuck around. I'll pull out my phone and start watching YouTube. Like, bitch, I don't need to even look at none of these people looking at me eating by myself. Fuck all of these motherfuckers. And sitting there, eat my food. And when the bill comes, pay the bill, drop a tip and bounce. Because that right there is self-care. That right there is bitch, I take care of myself. I need a motherfucker to take me here. I need anybody to take me here. I can walk in here by myself, pay everything, and go about my business like nothing. You know what I mean? So yes, definitely, you know what I mean, is one of the things you gotta, you can do. Definitely take yourself out and treat yourself so that so that anybody come along and they trying to do something fuckery that's beneath you, you can just be like, wait to boy boo, I need you for what? The fuck? I need you for what? Boy, I treat myself to better shit than you treating me too. What?
And and if you have and I like that you're giving that advice to someone who, like, someone may really need to hear that. Like, someone may have not thought to take themselves on a dinner date. You know what I mean? Some people don't like to be alone per se. So just kind of like giving that inspiration and spark, I hope that really does help.
And that really, that's the reason
that.
why I gave it, because at the end of the day, you gotta like yourself before you like other people, before you call yourself jumping into somebody's relationship with somebody's son or daughter. Oh, you know what I mean? You gotta like who you are, because at the end of the day, you can't allow, somebody else, because that person is not gonna fulfill or be in a good relationship with you if they don't, if they don't love you like you love you. Like, no.
Or better.
Like real talk, if they love you less than you love yourself, there's a problem. You got to go. Here your papers, to the left, like Beyonce said. Like, what? No, that's the name of the game. You have to love yourself. You have to accept yourself. You have to accept who you are and love exactly who you are. Like, yes, cool. Kai Storm is a bit ghetto, indeed. She will cuss you out, indeed. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever. Might go talk about you and all that, but and I need you to hear that and respect that. I need you to not be surprised if you slide past the disrespect line and I check you. I need you to not be surprised. I need, you know what I mean? That's how we'll have a healthy relationship, by you knowing exactly who I am, because I'm coming to you exactly who I am. I'm not dipping and dabbing this way and that way. No. I'm showing you exactly who the hell I is. You either gotta love it or leave me alone, like the fucking song. The fuck? It's
And
plain
that's what
and
I love
simple.
about you. That's what it is. You could be anyone can be who they are. Just make sure it's who you are. Like
Word.
letting people know is a respectful way. Like these are my boundaries. This is what I stand for. And some people, and it's okay. And
The only way you know those ways is to by, taking time to know thyself,
yeah,
self-reflection, self-checking, knowing what you
absolutely.
love, knowing what you like, knowing what you ain't gonna tolerate. So, and when you bring all of that to the table in a relationship, that forces the other person to either do the same, match you, or get the fuck up off
Or
the
not.
table and go their
Yeah,
business.
exactly.
It gives the
And that's
person
okay.
choices. Like, I presented you with the whole package. If
Right.
if you think anything is wrong with this package, tell me now and go about your ways. Matter of fact, you even gotta tell me, just go about your ways. Because I'm
Right.
bringing you everything. I'm not faking for you. I'm not faking for she. I'm not faking for he. I ain't faking for no.
Absolutely not. And that's what I like about this moment of like solitude. Like I could probably be in love with somebody right now, but I choose my solitude until it makes sense. You know what I mean? Until it would make sense for us to be in a bond or whatnot. But I think I'm just grateful for that. And I'm gonna share that as long as I can. And I want
Word.
to thank you too, Queen. And thank you for this time that we had. Do you
Absolutely.
have any other topics that we should cover right now? I know we didn't get into no freaky stuff.
I mean, shit, no, because it's just us, and we're not discussing none of that. No, but no, I
Okay.
mean, shoot, I think we definitely covered it. You know what I mean? Because we absolutely, you know what I mean? Because this was the name of the episode is, just us getting together, chopping it up, and just giving ourselves a space to talk on our own podcast. Because at the end of the day, we give everybody a space to talk on our podcast. While we definitely, put in our opinions in those conversations as well. But
Yeah.
the space of motherhood is sex marijuana is between us, and us, laying out our perspectives in this form is definitely important. People love to see that. People definitely genuine love
Mm,
to be looking at us, and I get it. You know what I mean?
mm.
The analytics tell us exactly who looking and who really looking. You
Well, thank you.
we
Thank
see
you.
you looking, motherfucker. We see you. And we
Thank
thank you.
you.
Yes, we thank you. Bring more friends. You know what I mean? One of y'all hit the subscribe button. If all of y'all don't want to hit the subscribe button, I guess. But just tell one of y'all to hit the subscribe button. Then, and it can represent for all the other ones that kind of scared to.
It
I ain't
would behoove you to hit the
judging.
subscribe
I'm
button.
telling you, it
The
would be nice
benefit
for you to hit the button because,
Yeah, the
we need you to
benefit
hit the
that you
button.
would do is for yourself, your benefit is you're going to be alerted, right? You're going to be alerted so you don't miss any episodes.
Word.
And we give you good content. We bring it from the heart. We invite people who do the same. It would also
Mm-hmm.
behoove you because it's really supporting families. We have families, we're family
Yes.
units, we're mothers, we're parents, we're a lot of things to a lot of different people. So why not?
We're the
So just
financial
do it.
foundation of our households. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, helping us get subscribers and get to the point where YouTube is cutting us a check with hello. I'm saying hello. That's you just we want to get up there, and and of course I always make sure and tell the people about our Cash App. Feel free to drop $1 or $2. I'm saying, I'm not
Love
asking you
that.
for much, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying I definitely remind the people
We'll give
that
you a
to
shout out.
support our podcast is you can subscribe, you can buy the podcast
Right.
rolling papers, you can buy our merch. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different things you can do to make sure and let us know you love us. I'm just saying you love us. I know
Mm-hmm.
you love us. I know you love us. Because
Mm-hmm.
what is not there to love is everything is here. But yes,
Hello. Thank
you
you.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. She's right.
And season 6 is definitely going absolutely great. We absolutely hope that you love all our guests that we brought in every season. And of course, we want you to jump in the comments and tell us who's your favorite guest, who really taught you something, and what subject we have brought to the table that has been important to you and in your life that we have discussed, and you want to further hear more discussions of it. You know what I mean? There probably was a guest that really brought a perspective to our platform that you really enjoyed hearing about. We don't know that unless you tell us. I'm just saying. And
I mean, you know who's done it for us.
There's ways to do it privately. You could go to our website, you could send us an email, you could send us a text message via our phone. I'm just saying, you could go in the DMs. There's a lot of ways to tell us what exactly you think about this platform and what you love the most, and what perspective or objective that we have talked about that really speaks in your life. Because we just based on our own, people, coming to us on a private note, we know we touch people. We definitely know that this is an important platform, and definitely people like what is being discussed here. So if you want to hear more about something in particular, I don't know, then how we supposed to know if you don't fucking say nothing? I mean,
and if you want to see the Masturbate-a-thon come to fruition, let us know how it would bless your life. And
because she really want to get that on, yes.
I really do. I think as long as we do it for a cause, one moment, as long as we do it for a cause, we're good, and we could raise funds at the same time. So just think about it.
Word. And we'll definitely would love to be at a place where we could donate on a regular basis. I know by the time this episode shows on YouTube, breast cancer month will be done past, but definitely, ladies, I want to make sure and stress to ladies, I don't like to press my titties. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't like to go to the doctor and get my titties pressed. They don't need to be pressed. The fuck? There ain't nobody gonna see it. Only one person gets to see them, so he don't care if they're pressed. But apparently they got to be pressed in order to be checked for breast cancer. So ladies, it's important. You know what I mean? It's definitely important to not only, check, every aspect of your body, but, especially certain parts that, are very important. Your breasts, like, you know what I mean? You don't want to, certain things like that. You definitely want to find out, early rather than too late. You know what I mean? So, and we definitely have had, people on the podcast that have dealt with that, are still dealing with that. You know what I mean? One of our brand ambassadors, shout out to Alicia Michelle, I think that's her name. You know what I mean?
Yes.
She going through breast cancer again. You know what I mean? So get your boobies checked. I know we don't like them being pressed, but you got to get them pressed in order for them to get checked. You know what I mean? Check them yourselves, and definitely go to the doctor and get a mammogram. Get regular mammograms. It's fucking important, ladies. It's absolutely important.
Absolutely. And so I appreciate this time. Definitely. There's so much to cover in so little time, but hey, this has been a great episode.
I know you gotta go, you know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I gotta go too. Shit, it's all good. Shit, but we, as always, we always get together, and every time we get together, it's always a legendary show here at Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana. So on that motherfucking note, we can end it right here and say Motherhood, Sex,
Marijuana in the motherfucking building.
See you later, Queen. Love you.
Love you. Thank you.
Now. All right, cool. We ending it here. End.